Your Sundays are about to become the most peaceful, spiritual, you-focused day of your week. They're about to become the key to your success, and I'm going to tell you how. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stargirl Society, the podcast that inspires you to reclaim your power and start living the life of your dreams. If you're new here, my name is Phoebe. If you like today's episode, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow if you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and you can follow our Instagram at Stargirl Society Pod and my TikTok at Phoebe Goldsmith, linked below if you like content like this. I have got my Sunday reset down, and I love it. It is the key to me avoiding burnout, being emotionally aware, and feeling in control of my life. So I'm going to share my Sunday reset with you. I have mentioned this before that I don't really like measuring time, fearing time, and success in the form of like weeks, months, years, like socially constructed things. However, I do 100% think that after 6 days of existence, that the 7th day is actually the perfect time for a mental, emotional, physical reset in order to avoid burnout. If you want to know how to create a blissful Sunday reset routine, then keep on watching. Step 1, if you are serious about creating a good Sunday reset, you need to go into your calendar right now and block off the next 4 Sundays, make no plans, and make a point that there is going to be no other to-do list on that day. You have to commit to this being the one day of the week where nothing else matters apart from you. So avoid making plans on Sundays. Completely eliminate a Sunday as a day that you could even see someone or have a plan. Don't leave important, stressful things for your Sundays. The first thing you're going to do when it comes to your Sunday morning is to not set an alarm. Turn off your phone the night before. Let yourself wake up whenever you want. If you are in any sleep debt from the week, then this is the perfect time to catch up on that. Let your body do what is natural and intuitive. Let your mind rest, because that is going to be the theme of the whole Sunday reset. So start as you mean to go on. Sunday is also a day that I really try to avoid social media. You don't have to cut social media out of your life if you don't want, but the one day should be your Sunday reset. So your brain doesn't literally rot. You need to have at least one day of the week where you are not on social media. And I think Sunday is the perfect day. Don't scroll, don't reply to people. Do as many non-digital things that you like as you can, because this time is so sacred and this time is for you. Sometimes I like to lay in bed and catch up on a book that I've been loving, or literally just stare at the ceiling and bed rot, whatever it is. Start your day without social media and doing whatever feels natural to your body and your mind. Okay, when it comes to the physical reset aspect, I'm going to just tell you the bare minimum that you need to do on a Sunday. This does not have to be some crazy cleaning routine. It really doesn't. It doesn't have to be time consuming for you to feel really good and feel reset in your space. The stuff you should be doing once a week, concerning your room specifically, definitely hoover, definitely dust. You don't have to do any cleaning unless it needs it. Do your laundry. Fresh bed sheets is a non-negotiable for me every Sunday. It just makes me feel so good for the week ahead, so clean, so refreshed. And then also light a candle or flip your diffuser sticks, whatever. Those simple things not only make you feel so good and not only are extremely quick to do, like you can literally do that in half an hour or less, but also doing those weekly is genuinely helpful for avoiding having to do an almighty clean every few months where everything is just built up and is just disgusting. Little and often is definitely the hack to adulting and when it comes to cleaning. You could have a nice playlist while you do this if you hate cleaning. If you extra hate cleaning, then set a timer. Even 15 minutes of cleaning on a Sunday is better than nothing. 5 minutes. Maybe you dust your windowsill one week, the next week you do your desk. It is better than nothing. Or just pick 3 things to do. This is not about perfection at the end of the day. This is really about helping you mentally reset and helping to signal to your brain that we're resetting, that we're letting the week go, and that we're entering a new week. Also, what I like about resetting my space physically is whilst I'm doing it, it allows me to have the mental space to like actually think. I think a lot of people do actually sometimes find cleaning therapeutic. I do, because I'm actually sat like with my thoughts and my emotions from the week. And I like to leave my emotional check-in, my journaling to the end of the day so that I actually have the opportunity throughout the day to like think about what I'm feeling from the week. Speaking of not letting things build up, I do actually like to take a Sunday to do a little bit of a digital reset. So for me, this is literally just like I go through my camera roll from the week, and on my laptop, because there are so many things going on my laptop, I clean it out once a week and it doesn't get built up. I have all my nice folders on my Mac and I go through like my downloads, bin all of that shit, go through my photos, close down all the windows. This used to include replying, but then I actually just got so exhausted by using my Sunday time to like reply to people, which is why I just like kind of don't spend time doing that anymore. I'll just reply whenever I am ready throughout the week. But yeah, I think taking even just a little bit of time to do that definitely helps in the long run when it comes to things getting very overwhelming and very, very cluttered in your digital space. We spend so much time in digital space that I think it's important that we reset that as well. Next part of my Sunday reset, I love to go to the gym on a Sunday. Sunday is the day of rest. I'm not saying you have to go to the gym, but I think it's nice to do some form of exercise. Maybe that's yoga, maybe it's just a walk outside, walk around the block, get some fresh air, or going to the gym like I do. I don't go every Sunday, but it's actually really nice. I think I find a lot of like emotional release in the gym, so that's why I go. It's not like really for fitness purposes, it's more just so I can regulate my emotions, and as I said earlier, to be able to sort of listen to my body and my mind and how I'm feeling. And I think exercise is a really good way to do that. I have also just been loving the gym anyway lately. As I said, I find it very therapeutic. So I'll go see what I'm feeling. If my body's super tired, maybe I won't go, or maybe I'll go and just do something really relaxing. I love to stretch. I think that could also be something that you do. I stretch anyway after the gym. But even if you don't want to exercise, just like stretch, because stay with me here, but emotions are stored in the body and particular emotions are stored in particular areas. So you can actually look up like if something particular has happened during a week, like the stretches you need to do to have that emotional release. Don't knock it till you try it. I have actually been known to sob sometimes during yoga that I've done because of like the emotional release in my hips. Like it's actually crazy. I wouldn't believe me either, but until I did it and it actually worked, like I would definitely recommend. The other reason I like exercising is because it means that when I get back, I have a lovely everything shower. I'm going to give you my ultimate everything shower hygiene routine for a Sunday that makes me feel reset and refreshed. First thing I do is shampoo my hair. I love the Redken acidic bonding concentrate. I color my hair and I put down the health of my hair almost 100% to that. Once my conditioner is in, I will cleanse my body and I will exfoliate. I love the Frank Body coffee scrubs. They're hands down the best exfoliator for like actually making your skin smooth, like actually making a difference. I absolutely love those. So I will scrub down my whole body, wash that off, and then I will shave. I use the Estrid razor. I'm not too fussy on shaving cream, but I always use shaving cream. If you run out, use conditioner. I don't care. Find a way. Never just dry shave. Once that is all washed off, I also like to cleanse / exfoliate my face and apply a face mask. The ones I have are from Lush and they always leave my skin feeling so good, so soft. And I get a bit overstimulated by face masks, so doing it in the shower while I'm doing other things makes my life a lot easier. Then I will wash everything off my body, everything off my face, everything out my hair, and I'll cleanse my body again. And I will use a shower oil or a massage bar to make my skin super, super soft. I love to use the ones from Lush. I find them to be incredible. And using a shower oil is just like so luxurious to me. I just love it. I use a serum, I use a lip scrub, I use my lip balm, just doing all my girly maintenance. And I literally feel so clean and refreshed and moisturized head to toe. The last and probably most important part of my Sunday reset is my journaling and my reflection, my emotional check-in, if you will. Something extremely beneficial that you need to do is open the Apple Journal app, use the voice note function, and yap the shit out of your week or your day. You would not catch me writing down what happened in my day. Speaking it literally works wonders. I will just yap and yap and yap and yap to myself about whatever happened, and it's such a good emotional release. I will say, here are the journal prompts that I use for my Sunday reset to set my week up for success. Number one, I will write down 3 wins of the week. No matter how the week was, find 3 wins, celebrate yourself. What have you got to lose? There is always something to be proud of that you have done. No matter how the week was, it helps you go into the next week feeling confident that you are succeeding, even if during the week it didn't feel like it. Write down 3 things that you are grateful for this week. Gratitude is literally the key to happiness and success. There is always something to be grateful for, and taking the time to be intentional and notice these things is cultivating incredible energy to start the next week with. Also ask yourself, what drained me this week? It's not about what went wrong, because things are always working in your favor. It's about what drained you. Is it the way that you reacted to things going wrong? Was it a person? Was it a job? Let's stop normalizing letting things drain us. If you're self-aware and realize what actually drained you and you're writing it down every week, you cannot ignore it. So it holds you accountable. Once I have looked at everything from my week, I like to set an intention for the next week. And this is not about constantly improving. Maybe you reflect on what you've journaled about and you think, this needs to be a rest week. This needs to be a week where I cancel everything. Or maybe you're feeling really motivated to jump back into things. Maybe you check in with your overarching goals and you find inspiration for something for the week ahead. It doesn't matter what, but having an intention for the week definitely keeps you grounded, particularly if it's based off of how your last week went. Then the last thing you're going to do is take one step towards that thing. Say you realize you're burnt out. You could take one step by canceling one plan of the week. This gives you momentum for the week ahead. You're starting the momentum on the Sunday by taking one small thing, one small act towards whatever your intention is. I also like to plan my week ahead on a Sunday in my calendar. And the most important thing that I do here is planning time to rest. So for me personally, I need a day midweek where I have no to-do list. And then obviously my Sunday, I make sure that is blocked off as well. And you can tailor this to however you're feeling or whatever plans you have. Something I do to avoid burnout when I'm planning my week is if there is a day where I have other plans, like I'm seeing a friend or it's like a big plan, I make sure to write in my calendar no to-do list for that day. So I know that when it comes to the day before and I'm looking at my calendar, I go, oh yeah, I'm not going to do anything tomorrow, because I know myself, that is how I get burnt out, when I pile shit on to days where there's already a lot. As someone with ADHD, I have no concept of time or energy, how much either of those things take out of me. So plan time to rest in your week intentionally, and then by the time you get to the next Sunday reset, see how much less burnt out you are, because it certainly worked for me. If you have any extra time left over in the evening, just spend it for you. Spend time with somebody that you love, watch something that you love, a comfort film, read something, cook a meal, get dinner by yourself or with someone, order takeaway. At the end of the day, what this Sunday reset has taught me is that you will actually start craving this time with yourself. Once you see the benefits, you'll learn to understand the value of recharging. Sometimes the reason that we dread the week ahead is because we haven't actually taken intentional time over the weekend or at the end of the week to check in with our mind, body, and soul, and to do what we need to do. Having a good Sunday reset routine means becoming active in your life and not just passive. Actively taking the time for yourself and your space for the future version of you and for the present version of you and for whatever you need to reflect on from the week. That is the true purpose, and that is what you will come to love, and that is what I have come to love. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find all my socials linked below. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I'll see you next week in the next episode.